Hello one and all, welcome back to the Nitro Jump YouTube channel. My name is Kit and I am going to be bringing you another video right now. Literally right now. I'm going to be making a Complextro loop from scratch again, and I'm going to be using a strat, a pro strat I've kind of come up with to making Complextro a little bit simpler, taking the complex out of complex. We're just going to be making some Simplextro. But yeah, the end result should be decent if we apply ourselves. I'm going to be leaving timestamps in the description for you to peruse at your leisure. And without too much further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into it, see what we can come up with, and hopefully we get some razzle dazzle going, okay? Right, so we're in Ableton, and by the way, I'm going to have my hood up because I got to have this light on so it kind of illuminates me. Having this unfiltered white light burning into the back of my skull for like hours at a time, I don't care much for it. So I'm whacking on this hood just so I can just shade my eyes a bit, but you can also get a bit of stimulation, you know, a bit of visual stimulation in the background. Let's make some Complextro. Let's whack it onto 128, and let's, I don't know, throw a serum at the canvas. I'm going to show you a strategy I've kind of made, and this is to make a specific type of melodic Complextro, I guess. But the first thing you want to do is create a chord progression, right? We're doing like a standard kind of thing. The point of this video ain't going to be like we're doing X to the power of 3 minor harmonic fifth, you know, atonal. We're just going to use F minor, I reckon. The chords don't need to be anything crazy. Easy, bro. And then just da da. Here's the basic chord progression we got. It ain't our mission today to reinvent the wheel. We're just doing a very basic chord progression. Let's add an instrument rack, okay? Oh god, this is going to be so fun actually. I haven't done this in ages. Like I came up with this technique in August 2023, and I've not really done much with it since, but it's been a long time, but I understand the basic philosophy. We're going to add loads of serums, basically. We're going to add loads of serums into an instrument rack. Let's add 6. Let's add 6 serums into this instrument rack and delete everything else. We don't need it. And mute everything. And obviously, for each instrument, I'm sure you've guessed, but we're going to do a slightly different kind of sound design for each serum instance we got here. So let's just start with a very basic supersaw. Okay, cool. So there's our first sound. Let's make another sound. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Kind of interesting. Again, the point of this step here, we want to make a load of different sounds. We want them to all be kind of unique. So they're all going to be playing chords, but just for the time being, we're just going to make them all like their own kind of like unique style, I guess. Okay, that's cool. I'm happy with that sound. Let's just move straight on to the next one, boys. Straight on to the next one. Okay, cool. 2 more. So let's make another. Cool. Now 1 more. See if we got any cool presets in like bass serum, synth, chord we're looking for. Just some. That'd be nice if it wasn't so like spaced. Okay, that's a bit softer than the others, but it kind of works. So now we have like different chords. Now we're going to duplicate this, and we're going to put some cool presets in. Starting with a choir. Let's start with a little choir, I reckon. Okay, that kind of works. And now let's just whack in more synths and get more presets. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Ton of reverb, but you know, we can fix that. To be honest, we're looking for things with like sharp attacks because we're going to be transitioning between a lot of these sounds very quickly. So we're not looking for swells or anything. We're looking for like attitude, harsh attacks. Yeah, that kind of works, I guess. Do I have Ana 2 on this machine? Oh, I do. Oh, dude. Ana 2 is so good. Let's do the last one in Ana 2. Look, it even has a Complextro genre category, which is I've never seen in any plugin before. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, I'd say this step is kind of finished. So, next step. Next step. We're going to put a utility on every single one of these. And why are we doing this? You may be thinking to yourself, well, this is just a way of controlling the volumes of every single one individually. And we will manually kind of choose exactly when a sound comes in. So now we've got our setup complete. The next stage is kind of trial and error. But that's okay because, you know, we've actually got all of our tools and all our materials to get started. This at least gives us a bit of kind of momentum, I would say. So we can kind of get an idea going. Let's get a little downbeat kind of chord going, and then we'll go from there. So this thing can just play on every downbeat for now. And this can act as like the anchor or like the roots of the progression. Okay, so now we've automated that, the first chords, as like the kind of anchor of the progression. We'll just use that to like play around to. I'm going to rename these actually. I'm going to rename them all Resident Evil characters because I've been playing some Resident Evil lately. This is an important part of the step. You've got to rename every like instrument you create, like some video game character, preferably Resident Evil. Ethan. Yeah, cool. I like that. We want a bit more staccato now. I mean, this might take a while, but, you know, I can just edit forward. So I'll go through all this process, but you don't have to see all the boring trial and error. Okay, that's good. Because now we have, like, kind of a structure to work on, and we can just keep adding more stuff. Now we're going to add more ear candies and like melodic textures and intertwining polyphony and all that kind of jazz to add a bit more fun to it, to the loop. This kind of works as a support for the main, for the downbeat, just like the do. Slowly getting towards a kind of result here, and we can just freeze and flatten these arpeggios. See, this started off as us wanting to make a little arpeggio layer, and then it just became like a little lead synth in its own right. So I think now we want to do an actual. We'll get to the bass. In fact, we can just add the bass. We can add a bass now. We can add a basic bass right now. Cool. And now if we copy and paste the Ada automation, like so, that should just work well as a bass layer. think we actually need weirder sounds. I'm not going to lie to you. This is Complextro, you know. This is Complextro. You got to really captivate people. So we'll do the same method. Whack on Serum with a utility and duplicate it a couple times. I'm going to freeze some tracks just to save up a little bit of CPU. Let's just make a cool bass. Apply the LFO to the actual volume and it should make it tighter. So much better. And when you do PWM, it should be 69%. Get it? 'Cause sex. I think we're just going to do a halftime section. Like, I really feel in a halftime section here. Oh god, that was such a massive sidetrack, but we got the potential for another little segment there. But I want to go back to what I was doing, which was making weird basses. I reckon massive is the way to go. Always is the way to go, actually. You just get a cool wavetable like Modern Talking. Bend it a little bit. Maybe give it a little bit of phase mod. What we want to do, actually, is definitely create a little performer here. Yeah, it's a bit too linear. We want a bit more like finesse to it. You can do something like this. That's dope. Dude, band pass and double notch just work so well together, honestly. This is very Virtual Riot. I said it. I said the name. How long into a Complextro video that I can make without saying Virtual Riot. But I said it. I don't regret it. This is a good tip I would give for Complextro, especially when you're making these sort of massive complex basses in Performer or whatever. Having like the movement LFOs is good, but then intertwining it with these static square LFOs really does help. It really does help. So it's like that. Okay? I mean, we can just duplicate that massive and change some stuff. I mean, we'll keep that as it is for now. And then we'll do a little bit more of a band reject one. I guess that kind of has potential. Okay, so now we need to make space. Let's first record some things. For me, it kind of helps to visually have everything out in front of me. So we're going to see where this can fit in. Maybe just like here. This might work well on the... here. Dude, raw is actually broken. Like, listen to the difference. Without, with, and that's 50%. With 100% is... That's jokes. This is such a, like, extra way of making Complextro. But you know what? There is no way to make it. Crikey. Crikey, that is a bass and a half, innit? Why not? Why not? Okay, cool. And then we'll just freeze and flatten that. Let's duplicate this and put a Arpeggio on it. I like that raw, so we'll keep that. I don't like the second it's too boring. And that dome is so good, isn't it? Who isn't loving that Pluck? Remember, more is less. We want to dot it in and out, but we don't want to overpower the listener with too much stimulation, believe it or not. So we've gone from this. Okay, like a basic chord progression to this. You can tell it's like obviously the same chord progression, and it's a bit more melodic, but it's still got that complextro-y crisp. It's got that complextro-y sugar to it. What it is missing is a Yoi, and what I will use is Serum. Even though Massive is really good for Yois, but I want to use Serum a little bit more. Just get like a high resonance wub, and then you put a downsample on it. Maybe some hyper. Yeah, that kind of works. Dude, March of the Robots right now. March of the freaking Robots right now, dude. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I should just actually do this. That's made it so much cleaner. Dude, that's so dope. Dude, I'm telling you, pan is so overpowered. Listen to how much width it gives it. Versus... we'll whack a roar on it. Okay. Give it 2. I believe I put it on parallel and 15%y on both of them. But we'll do 20 on this one. Yep, that's great. The rhythm's a bit goofy. Dum 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 dum. It's a bit goofy, but the sound itself could work. Maybe yoi 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 yoi. Way better, dude. Way better, my dudeski. Way cooler. Cool. I mean, it's weird, but we gotta get a yoi in there, don't we? That kind of works. I know it sounds super dry at the moment, but we'll work on it. Dude, I like it. It kind of breaks up the flow a little bit as well, in a good way, in a positive way. And again, we're gonna freeze and flatten that just for the sake of sanity. See? Look at that! How could you deal with that? In fact, I'll go a step further and do that. Cool. This is going to sound good with sidechain as well. Way better. Welcome to Complextro. Glitch it. If in doubt, glitch it, you son of a glitch. Maybe another Serum sound. Add on Trash 2 on a saw wave, and that's it. Thank you. Come again. That's weird. What the hell? That's weird, that one. Let me just add a utility. I mean, we're looking for weird. Weird is good, right? Let's just do something like, God, that. And that. You know what? Feels like the sub frequencies, and there's room for a vocal chop. Do I like this? I'm gonna like throw a knife in the dark here and assume I can get a vocal chop to work in this specific bit. Let me get a better little preset going on, actually. Oh, dude. Dope. Frick it. Why not? Damn. How's it sound in the context? And do you know what that does? We're telling a story here, and that foreshadows the yois to come. See that little downsample? Foreshadows the yois. So they kind of work in this novel we're writing. And then for the second yoi, we'll make it slightly different. Simple. Again, don't need to overprocess things anymore. Look at me saving time. Look, we'll freeze and flatten both, and then we'll put them on the same channel, just so we can do the processing on both. Things can be simple. Headline news 2024: things can be simple if you want them to be. I overcomplicate everything. Things don't need to be that deep. Things don't need to be that crazy, do they? And then I get stressed and I'm like, why am I so stressed? Bro, because you're doing 2 separate audio track processings. Get all your sounds on one minuscule track and then see how it sounds. You don't need therapy, you just need better CPU. You ready? Let me freeze and flatten it. Did you like that? Getting animated. We're getting animated on YouTube. Who's going to stop me? No one's going to stop me. I want like a... Do you know what, Ana 2? Do you know what, actually? I'm fed up. Ana 2, all I do is sing your praises. And I love that you have a little Complextro section, but I never test it out. Look, I can just click Complextro and... Time for you to put your money where your mouth is, Ana 2. And we'll see if we can work a sound in somewhere. Oh, that's cool. I hate the fucking stupid reverb, though. This could work somewhere. Sorry for all the yois in your ear, but we could find a home for this yoi. Dude, we're doing like loads of different yois in this drop, but it's kind of... I'm kind of enjoying the direction. Maybe like that. Maybe we'll like OTT the hell out of this, believe it or not. I'm just loving raw and OTT right now. Raw and OTT just really do the trick for me. Honestly. Like for this purposes, you know? Why not? If you think you've got too much OTT and processing on it, you probably have, so dial it down a little bit. It's going to be okay. You're going to whack a fat limiter on the master anyway, right? So you don't need to push everything to the max. Staying hydrated with coconut milk. Coconut milk? What sort of psycho do you think I am drinking coconut milk? This is coconut water. I've got just a jug of lukewarm coconut milk to keep me hydrated. Now, we've got some coconut Wartsky. Especially when you're making Complextro with this fucking blinding light in your eye for 6 hours. It's good to stay hydrated. Oh, that's pure nourishment. Pure nourishment. Do you know what? As much as I love working on the basses, I am itching to get some vocal chops on this bad boy. On this brute. Do you know what I think is a good bet?
Don't you think like that? I will love you endlessly if you don't believe in me.
Yeah, I like it not Chipmunky right now. Chipmunky is just going to be a little bit too in your ear. I'll see if I can like pick little bits of vocal that will work somewhere. You know what? We can just do it this way. We can delete everything and then put this here and scrub through it. Holding Control Shift and then you can just do that, see? Or Command Shift if you're using a Mac. That's dope. Do you know what this needs? This vocal needs like a transient. We need Kit to give it a transient, so listen to this, look. Fuck, we don't need the low end. Yeah, and even more like precise. Oh, that's nice. Complextro is all about finding cool grooves. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like... Do you know what? We'll use this transient for the yois to back up the yois. So... It's almost like a hi-hat at that point. Maybe we'll reverse this. Ooh. That's dope. I think there's definitely room for some kind of lead. This should work. And maybe with a bit of like, what do the cool kids call it? Portamento? What is like some like side? That's a bit of tasteful distortion, why not? Not everything has to be pristine. Not everything has to be pristine, especially when it comes to bass music, in my humble little opinion. So I think that tasteful distortion on the old left-hand side of the ear is totally fine. Okay, we're like working with something here. Let's add some pitch bend to this. That's kind of dope. Oh, I love the vocal shop. It works so well with it. Oh, we'll make this chipmunky, obviously. Right, and now do you know what we do? We go full circle, because after that entire tangent, filling up a load of more things, which is cool, we still have things we haven't done for the whole instrument rack technique kind of thing. So I'm going to create a new instrument rack, because I think we need more arps, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so we've got it like going down with the arpeggio, which makes it sound a bit more serious, you know, for obvious reasons. Like if something's going up all the time, then it sounds like I don't know, it's more happy. But if it's going down, if it's going down, you know, it just sounds a bit more serious. So that's why I think the arp sounds better in like a minor scaled EDM beat like this, going down rather than up. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's get back to it, shall we? So the Yoi, yeah, you ready? So here we can just have a doop, like a little thud. Yeah, it kind of works. I don't see why not. Can we use it somewhere else? I mean, I'll freeze inflate in it, so and just see what we can do. Cool, works. Now I want to use one of my more, I call it modulated basses, because that's what it is. It's more talky, more articulated, modulated basses. For example, who could forget the classic... That's kind of cool. Dude, I know what sound to add to this, actually. It's an Ana 2 preset. It's one of my faves. It's one of my fave Ana 2 presets. No, it's going down too far. Can I tinker with this preset? God, I'm really not acquainted to Ana 2. That's better. Has it got like some stupid... Yeah. God. Damn, man, this is crazy. Maybe like I'll just put air on it, so it's like a little bit like that video of Kai Cenat pushing the robot away. Just give me a bit of space, you know. You guys know what I'm talking about? The video of Kai Cenat sort of pushing the robot away. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with this sound. Now I want to spruce. This is like my favorite sound in the whole thing so far. I love it. I want to spruce it up a little bit. That's cool. Dude, I've never tried that before. I've never like automated the spread. It's so funny. Dude, this is crazy. I love phases. Woo, it's so 85, isn't it? Ooh, crikey. Sorry. And do you know what's always good is pitch bends? Pitch bends always work. We, as humans, we do not like things to stay at the same pitch all the time because it gets boring. So having a pitch bend really works. Dude, stay on. There's still more to do. Look, there's still more. Bro, Cloud Skimmer, dude. I was. Who comes up? That's a great name, to be fair. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's like an intro. There we go. If there's one thing Reese bass is like, it's a bit of pitch bend. Oh, I want to get it pumping a little bit, actually. So we can connect LFO1 to the master tune. Oh god, not the master tune. Sorry, the global amp. I always find it kind of challenging to program like super cool synth solos in MIDI. But it's possible, it just takes a bit of like care and effort and finesse. I think we're going a bit too complicated, actually. Dude, I'm concentrating so hard. This is the face of concentration, getting this synth solo right. You gotta shred. I'm only just writing the MIDI. Like, I mean, I might even change the preset. We'll see. We'll see. It's kind of reverby. Can't believe I've done this without humming anything either. Something like that. Yeah, and then like something like. I don't really like the end, actually. But honestly, it could work with a little bit of finesse. So let's make a new preset and make it a little bit cleaner. Okay, cool, and we'll definitely need some vibrato, as the French would call it. Macro 3, I want to control the rate of vibrato. So I want some vibratos to be way more vibrato-y. Now, I don't know how to do this other than resampling it, so I'm going to do just that. We're going to go into Serum, go onto the Matrix, and slowly bring up this thing, I believe? Yes. Oh god. I mean, I might have done it too overboard there, but... No, that's actually perfect, Jesus. We can wash it out. We can use a little washout rack. And then we'll leave plenty of space for a little pre-drop vocal or something. Cut out the lows of this. Also, a shifter will make it even more, like, risery. So add a frequency shifter, put it on 33% or something. And here we will start seriously rising. So we'll go to 5. Then it'll go to 15. And then it will finally go to 25. And slowly make its way to like 50. So let's see how that sounds. Oh, that's so dope. So, I actually did a bit of stuff off camera. I mostly just organized things. It was an absolute mess, but now I've kind of got everything into its own appropriate little category. What else did I do? That's basically it. I mean, I added the ARP from the drop into the intro section. Yep. Do you know what? Let's actually start. There's a thing that needs a little bit of EQing for the intro. In fact, it might just need EQing overall. I feel like it's got a bit of low end in it. Yeah. Let's give that low end a listen, just to make sure. Oh god, yeah, it's not needed. Unnecessary. Right, I think it's high time we added some drums to this little shindig. So let's add a little clap, shall we? I just need a... like your intro clap, eh? I made a couple new kicks. So this is a nice little good intro kick, this bad boy. Maybe we can put like a nice little thing in the intro, like an atmosphere. Water goes well with this kind of thing most of the time. So it just adds a nice little bit of ambience, as the Germans would call it. And let's see what Contact's got, because Pharlight's a really nice little Contact library for kind of vocally granular kind of pad, ethereal soundscape, atmosphere kind of things like this. Choir. Compassionate choir, boys. We like a bit of compassion. We are all about compassion around these here parts, so, you know, that's a nice little name there. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a bit of a weird vocal to record, actually. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, how's this sound? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's get my little graty voice on this track, shall we? Last Tuesday I died, and I met God and asked him one question. Why did you kill Complextro? Kill Complextro, child. Complextro was never dead, but you already knew that. He just smiled at me and said, Complextro was never dead. But you knew that already. But you knew that already. Let's put RX10 on that and reduce the old noise from it. Complextro was never dead. But you knew that already. Last Tuesday I died. Why is Tuesday? I don't know. Died. Why not? And I met God and asked him. And I met God and asked him one question. One question. Ha! Question. One question. And asked him one question. And asked him one question. And asked him one question. Last Tuesday I died, and I met God and asked him one question. Why did you kill Complextro? He just smiled at me and said, Complextro was never dead. But you knew that already. Maybe we'll do some beat repeat to make this vocal a little bit glitchier. Last Tuesday I died, and I met God and asked him one question. Ah, that's funny. Last Tuesday I died, and I met God and asked him one question. Why did you kill Complextro? Complextro was never dead. You knew that already. Let's get an actual snare this time, instead of just saying we will. This could be cool. We could do like some groovy build-up kind of thing. We can change the Yoi for a start. I think we should put some new bass sounds at the second drop. Or we could reverse, like, I mean, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, that's dope. I like that. Maybe some bit crush. Now, you know what's coming. This section is obviously not... Well, A, the Complextro vid is not complete without this sound, but also this section is not complete without this sound. Let's just make it from scratch. It's the whoop. It's the whoop, 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 whoop. Got some VR snares that I can use here for this halftime section. Now we need some like trap hats, and I think Arcade is pretty good for that. This is gonna work so well. Arcade is like such good ear candy. I know the Arcade adverts are super annoying. I don't know if you guys have seen the Arcade adverts, but you know, any adverts are annoying, but it's really good. Arcade is really, really good for music production. Dude, that's so dope. I want to make the synth go with that. We can freeze and flatten this. and then use a super awesome feature on AbleSki, which is called Convert Melody to New MIDI Track. Boom. Then after just a few seconds, it converts audio into MIDI for you. And it's not perfect, but it sounds like this. Considering it's come from this. That's pretty good. It's pretty damn good, I'd say. Some of the old Echo OTT trick. Just making like a pseudo outro kind of thing now. I'd like to add an operator. Like to add an operator just to give this melody a little bit more sparkle, I guess. Hell yeah. Grain delay would be nice. Make it a bit more for maximum dreamage. Oh, so nice! And then we'll whack an OTT on for the outro bit. And that grain delay so nice at the end. So good. Okay. Ladies and gents, we did it. We are completed it. We are completed it. I am so exhausted. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a bit of a slog, but I've loved it and I love this piece. It's great. Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect to be writing this much. I was just kind of expecting to showcase the drop idea, but it kind of turned into like a whole song, and then we've got the halftime weird thing. Like, it's certainly interesting, but thank you for watching, honestly. Let's give it one last playthrough and from the beginning and see how it fares. Let's go.
Last Tuesday I died, and I met God and asked him one question. Why did you kill Complextro? He just smiled at me and said, Complextro was never dead. But you knew that already. You knew that already.
Yo, I am so thrilled with how that turned out. I'm not gonna lie. That was lovely. It's a very cool little idea, and there's a lot of potential. Is it finished? No. Is it Vivaldi Four Seasons? No. You know, but we sat down and we just, you know, applied ourselves and created an idea. And I'm very proud of myself for doing that. And I hope there are people out there who might gain some knowledge from this, potentially, and learn a thing or two, or maybe even spark your own inspiration. That would be the best thing ever. I want to thank every one of you who watches, likes, comments, you know, even just lurks and just enjoys the content. Really appreciate you. And this is Kit from Nitro Jump signing off. Have a blessed day, as always.